Bang, howdy guys. Today we are drawing Nintendo Badge Arcade. I feel like, should I still do that intro? I feel like I should have like a concise, specific intro for this series. But yeah, if you guys don't know, I'm drawing fan art from a different game every single day of the year for a year straight, every single day. So I did it yesterday and I'll do it tomorrow. This is day 13. 13 because tomorrow will be the mark of 2 weeks doing this. Pretty awesome. Yeah, but today we are drawing Nintendo Badge Arcade. I feel like not a lot of people remember this game, but I remember logging on to my DS like daily. I don't remember if it was like a Street Pass type thing or if it was something else, but just having this daily silly little arcade game to get some random shit on my Nintendo home screen was so awesome. So cool. And I loved this bunny character so much. So I was like, of course I gotta draw the Nintendo Badge Arcade. Some notes. I guess actually we'll get there. I actually have something else I want to talk about this video. I decided to make a list of games that I am not going to draw for this challenge. I already told you guys that there's a list. I made like a spreadsheet of 365 games just to prove that I could do it. So that I'm like, okay, if I run out of games or feel like I've done every game that I really could, I have this spreadsheet to look back on and be like, oh yeah, I could draw that. Oh yeah, I could draw that, you know? But while I was making that spreadsheet, I was asking people, hey, which games should I draw for this silly little video series thing that I'm going to do? And they would give me ideas. A lot of them very helpful. Oh, I never explained this, by the way. The spider solitaire thing, I said I was going to explain it. I never did. My partner, like, pretty much didn't force me to, but very much wanted me to do spider solitaire because it's like the only game that they really play consistently. That and like Sudoku. And I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to do Sudoku. There's no characters to draw for Sudoku. Even Spider Solitaire. I mean, I really had to stretch for that one. But that was a fun episode. If you guys want to go back and watch that one, I just talk about my partner the whole time. Shout out to Leo. But yeah, people would give me suggestions, some good, some bad. So I started making a list of ones that I've already thought of, but I was like, I just don't want to do these ones. And I would just show them the list and they're like, oh, okay, cool. Number 1, Spore. Spore is a game that is very unique, like very much has its own style. And I probably could draw it, but just out of principle, I don't want to because there is no definitive character. Like there's no character you can point to and be like, yes, it's a Spore character. You could draw a character that looks like a Spore character for sure, but it's like The Sims. There's no specific character in The Sims. Sims is not on this list, but yeah, you can go ahead and add Sims to this list as well. Next is Trackmania for the same reason. Oh, I'm going to talk about the drawing really quick. So I wanted to draw, if you guys don't remember the arcade system thing, it would be like Nintendo characters and like little icons that you could collect. And at first I was going to do that with like Kirby characters, but then I was like, I don't really want this to be like a crossover thing. I'm going to just draw like my own little icons that aren't from anything. So I did a sun, a moon, and a shooting star. I really like the shooting star though. It's very cute. Anyways, back to Trackmania. It's just a car. I don't think you can really have anything very like definitively unique about Trackmania. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, you could do a car and then you could do like Deep Dip 2 in the background. I feel like Deep Dip 2 is kind of, iconic in a way. But then I don't know. I think I'm not going to do Trackmania. It's possible I go back on one or two of these, but I seriously doubt it. Next is just a bunch of shooter games. Like if it's just about like a generic, military type of guy, then I'm not going to draw. I put down Modern Warfare, Call of Duty, Spec Ops: The Line. There's probably more like, what's the Honor one? Code of Honor or some shit like that. Medal of Honor. I'm not going to do shit like that. Yeah, Battlezone, nothing like that. And okay, so people might debate me. I don't know if debate me is the right word, but fight me on this one. I'm not going to draw Grand Theft Auto. No Grand Theft Auto ones. I personally don't have a connection to any of these characters. I know that apparently, like, I think his name's Trevor, whatever the like lunatic guy is from Grand Theft Auto 5. Like, I know he's iconic. I know whenever there's like lists of like common consensus video game characters, he's always on those lists. But I don't know. I personally don't have much of a connection with him. I don't think I would have fun drawing a Grand Theft Auto type of situation, so I'm not going to do it. Next is some Bethesda games, the Fallout series and the Elder Scrolls series. Just no connection. Oh shit, wait. I should clarify actually. So Fallout is not on my list. Fallout New Vegas is, because I was like mostly basing it off of which characters I would want to draw. And the only character that I could really point to and be like, yeah, that would be fun to draw is the Mormon from the DLC. I just burped. Hopefully you guys didn't hear that. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to talk about the art that I'm drawing up here just for 1 second. Something is so off about his head. I eventually fix it, and I think my finished product is pretty good, but just something is way off about this guy's head. Very ugly. Anyways, back to the list. Any Stickman game. All Stickman games are off the list. It would just be boring. There's nothing to do there. I really like the nostalgia of like some of those like Flash Stickman games. I forget the name of it. I think it's like Demolition, Total Destruction, something like that. It's like the Worms type of game, but before Worms, or maybe it was after. I actually don't know. I played it way before I heard about Worms. But yeah, no Stickman games. I feel like that's kind of like obvious not to do Stickman games. Next is games that I just think are ugly. Like there's definitely like a definitive character, like very iconic, very cartoony, very much like the type of thing I would draw, but I think it's ugly. And my example for that is Angry Birds. Like I do not fuck with the Angry Birds art style. I don't really care. That shit's kind of gross. I might end up going back on that and doing an Angry Birds. I severely doubt it though. Next two are just games that I haven't played, and I feel like I really should play them in order to really get like into it to make it. Like I don't have to play all the games that I'm drawing. Like I said a couple episodes ago, I don't think I've even played 365 games. But Baba Is You and Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, so those are like the ones I think I could do if I play the games, but I haven't. Now the last one on my list is Leisure Suit Larry. I kind of like, maybe it's a red flag. I kind of like the idea of the Leisure Suit Larry games. Like they just seem sleazy, but like on the nose and like obviously making fun of that sort of archetype. And it's over-sexualized to like the point of parody, if that makes sense. But I don't want to draw Larry, and I don't want to draw any of those like background characters just because I don't know enough about the game to really choose one. And it's also kind of a bad representation, you know? But that's all the games that I just put on my list is like, no, I am not going to draw these. I had Crash Bandicoot on there, but then I took it off. Crash Bandicoot is like the one that's switched the most times. I had it on my list of games that I should draw, and I was like, he's kind of ugly. So I put it onto the list of games I won't draw, but now I'm like, I'm not going to go so hard line with it, you know? So I took it off of both lists. It's not on either list right now. All right, let's talk about the drawing now. I had a lot of trouble with this background. I was struggling with it actually so much. I think it's a little bit too busy and a little bit too many seemingly random colors. I was switching between like what I thought would look good and then also like what the actual colors of the game were. So I think it kind of created a hodgepodge that I'm not like a super fan of. I've thought a lot about this drawing post me drawing it. And at first I was like, okay, new least favorite drawing. But I don't think I agree with that. It's grown on me quite a bit since I literally drew it yesterday, but it's grown on me since yesterday, you know? Really struggled to give it defining detail and not to make it just look like a plaster. Also, straight lines are like my fucking enemy, and there's a lot of straight lines in this one. But yeah, I'm trying to make that claw machine type look. I think I should have added more blues, like more of those light blues to contrast with the bunny, like the pink bunny. I think that would have been really good. I think I should have strayed more from like the source material and the colors. I did take that blue and put it as the background of the arcade game. I wonder if I'm about to do that right now. Yes. Which I think was good, but I think I could have kept with the blue scale a little bit more. And I don't know, there's just not a lot of consistency with the background here. Another thing, we'll get to it eventually. It's not really popping up right now. But the red of the like cabinet, I put some stripes on it, and I forgot to do stripes on the left side, but even with the stripes, it just looked really busy. So I actually, what would be the word? I got rid of the stripes in post. Like at the end of this video, you see the stripes still on there, but I got rid of it after the video ceased, which I have done a couple times now. But I'll once the video gets close to the end here, I will put the actual finished product in the bottom corner like I did with the Montaro episode. Speaking of the Montaro episode, how you guys feeling? Like I said, it's almost 2 weeks of this video series. Also, I think my water cooler just turned on. If you guys can hear that, I'm sorry. But how you guys feeling? Do you guys have like a favorite art piece so far? I think mine is still Solaris. Is that how you say that game? I think that one's still my favorite. Still the one that took the longest as well. So maybe there's something there. Take some extra time with the work here. I still feel like I'm avoiding drawing human characters. Like I'll have a compositional idea for a human character and I'm like, oh, that just sounds so painful. I'd rather draw a silly bunny in front of an arcade cabinet. Okay, yeah, see these stripes that I'm putting in right now? I got rid of those in the final product. I did not get rid of like that bottom part that's shaded differently though. Do you guys have a least favorite art piece? I think some of it comes down to style. Some people don't like it when I stray from the original source material, so I could see people being like, Mario Maker one's kind of bad. I could see people saying that actually about a couple different reasons from the Mario Maker one. Like I didn't, oh yeah, see right here I was like trying to make it a sticker because the game's about stickers, but I was like, oh shit, we're getting pretty close to the end here. But fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. I'm just going to do the outro. Love you guys. Thank you for watching. Daily uploads. So we'll see you again tomorrow. it's gotten to the point where I'm like caught up. So I don't know what's going to come, but subscribe and check out tomorrow's video. Bye.